Welcome to my book journey. As you can see, I am outside. It is really sunny. I should have worn some sunglasses, but it's a beautiful day. We had a storm hit last night, but thankfully we didn't have any damage or anything, and no tornadoes. There was a tornado warning, but no tornadoes, thank the Lord. But today, look at my squinty eyes. I'm so it's okay. Anyway, so today, since it's a beautiful day, I had heard that there was a big library sale at a town near, well, maybe about an hour away, Madison, Indiana. And so it's already warm out here. So I, talked my husband into taking us to go check out this library sale. It's always really nice. They only have it in the summertime, I believe. So I had to, I made sure to put it on my calendar. And so since it's a beautiful day, we're going to take a drive up there, and hopefully I can find some. I need more books, right? Yes, I am obsessed. But the last time I went, and it's been a while, but the last time I went, I remember that they had all the books, paperbacks, hardbacks, all for 50 cents. And so I ended up picking up some really good ones that time. Have I read any of those? I think so. I'd have to check. That was a long time ago. But anyway, so we're gonna head on out there. I'll try. I don't know if I'll be able to film there while I'm there. It depends on how many people are around. But I'll definitely be back if I find anything with the haul. All right. Okay, I'm back from the library sale. We had a great time. It's a beautiful day. It's still a beautiful day outside. It's a little warm. But it was really nice. And I wish I would have recorded some of the scenery and everything in the little town, but I just didn't. I always forget to do that. And plus, inside the library sale, there was quite a few people in there, so I didn't want to record anybody. But set my water aside. But what was really neat was, so went inside and they had the sign that said paperbacks for $1, and then, paperbacks for 50 cents and hardbacks for $1, unless they were specially marked books. Then those were whatever they marked. And then so I always bring I come prepared. So I brought my bag in. And so when I went to go pay, I set my bag out and I started pulling all my books out. And the lady goes, you know what? She goes, why don't you just, I think what we do, why don't you just do the deal that we're having today? And I was like, what? And they go, yeah, if you buy, you buy the bag for $5 and then you just fill it up. And I'll show you the bag after I'm done because it's packed right now. But you buy the bag and then you just stuff it. And so she started, so I was like, sure, $5. So she started putting all the books in. She goes, see, you have room. You can go back, go back and fill it up some more. So I was like, okay, So I was like, wow, that's super cool. So I haven't counted yet to see how many books I got, but I had a lot of, I'm on the lookout for a book by Francine Rivers called The Masterpiece. I'm just hoping that I'll find it in a library sale or a thrift store, and I haven't found it yet. I've never seen it at a thrift store, so I might as well just go buy it, but you never know. Okay, so I'm just gonna go, and I'm gonna go pretty quickly through these books and show you what I picked out. So I'm just gonna take them out of the bag here. This first one out of the bag is Amelia 6. It's a middle grade book. I didn't even, my first round through, I didn't even look at the middle grade books, but then when I had time, I could fill it up, I went over there to see what they had. And this one sounded familiar, like I'd heard about it before. So, like an adventure is worthwhile itself, Amelia Earhart. Oh, okay. Is it about her as a child? That sounds really interesting. Okay, so there's that one. And then another middle grade book I picked up, and I have heard of this one, by Rebecca Steed, When You Reach Me. And I think this has to do with time travel, I think, if I remember right. I think so, but there's that one. Okay, the next one out of my bag is, this one is called The Other Lady Vanishes by Amanda Quick. I just thought it looked interesting. It says back here it's a historical romance. After escaping from a private sanitarium, about a lady that was in a sanitarium, Hollywood, movers and shakers. This sounds interesting. So there's that one. Okay, and then, oh, one more middle grade book is The Girl Who Could Fly. And I have heard about this one too. So, okay, this, let's see. Well, I'll save this for a second here. Okay. I saw this one and I had to pick it up because I had just recently mentioned in a video where I talked about the prequels that are coming out, and I have the first one, and then I wanted to definitely read the second one that came out because everybody's raving about it. And I thought, you know what, I really need to reread the first book just so I can get refamiliarize myself with the characters. So look, I've got a nice little copy of it. This is the first one, right? I'm pretty sure it's the first one. So that's a cool find. Okay, all right, here's a chunker, but it was on the classic, they had a classics table, and I had to grab it. It's only 50 cents. Well, turned out to be not 50 cents, right? Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Add this to my classic shelf, and so, yeah. Okay, so then I added the bag I've got here. These are the foundation novels. I wonder if I got the right ones. Well, anyway, here's by Isaac Asimov. So I picked up two, and I'm thinking these are the first ones, first and second. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up, but I thought those would be a good read. I know that they made a TV show about that. Okay, what's this one? Okay, this one I thought was a great find because I thought, oh, maybe it's a duology because it's book 1 and book 2. But then when I on the way home, I was looking things up, and I think there's actually 4 in this series. But this one is The Calculating Stars, and then book 2 is The Faded Sky. And on the back, it's kind of like it says, or maybe on the top, an alternate universe, maybe history. I'm not sure. A lady astronaut novel is what it says in the book. So there's that. I found one of these No Fear Shakespeare. I have a No Fear Shakespeare. I think I look up there, I have Hamlet. And so now I have Taming of the Shrew. And this is the thing where it has Shakespeare on one side and then like modern day English on the other. And then you just can compare those as you read the novel or read the play. All right, let's see what else is in my bag. Okay, so they had also in the back, they had a table full of books, and they were just free. And if you picked one, you could, just let them know. And so I picked one and then she told me, she's like, just let them know that it's free. But this one is, I found a daily devotional by Billy Graham, Unto the Hills. So it's, just like a daily devotional for a day. So I thought that would be a really good one to have. All right. Let's see. Another paperback. Oh, yeah. This has been on my radar too. This is the book called Trust by Hernan Diaz. So it's like, hey, that was pretty cool. Pretty cool find. All right. I will say at this particular library sale, there wasn't hardly any Christian fiction books that I saw, unless they sold them. I know it was today's Saturday, so they might have had it. They did have it on Friday as well. So if they had any, maybe they all were, they took them all, but they didn't really have anything there. And so I picked this one up only because it's Jennifer A. Nielsen, and this is A Traitor's Game, and it is book 1. So I did see that it's a book 1, so that's good. I was still looking for her other one, and they didn't have. Okay, so here, this one could be a Christian fiction book. Actually, this is by Tosca Lee. I recognize the author, so I'm thinking it's a Christian fiction book. This one's called The Progeny. So that's that. And I think it's it's a Christian fiction book. I'm not sure, but thought that was okay. All right, here we're getting down to the hardbacks. I did get some hardbacks. So this one's called 1,000 Ships, and I think this is like a Greek retelling or something, maybe. I just love that cover. Dig deep inside here. Oh, here's a chunker. Me and my chunkers. But I have heard this is a really good book. This is by Justin Cronin, the Ferryman. Yep. And I'm not sure what this is about. I can't remember offhand. Yep, I'm not sure. But there's that one. I'm gonna set this over here because my piles, I don't want them to fall. Oh, that was it. That was the last one. Oh, and here's the bag that they gave me. Pretty cool. So I got 17 books. That's awesome. So that's it. Those are all the books that I picked up today at the library sale. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. Had lunch afterwards and just a wonderful day. And so let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these books. If you think if I picked up some good ones and you think I picked up some good ones, let me know.